What if I told you learning doesn't get harder with age? Not when you're 30, not when you're 50, and not even when you're 70, even if you feel it's too late. Steve Kaufmann continued learning many languages into his 60s and beyond, eventually speaking around 20 languages. Grandma Moses began painting seriously in her late 70s. Vera Wang started fashion design at 40. Colonel Sanders learned to cook and run a business in his 50s. Leonard Cohen didn't start his music career until his early 30s and went on to become one of the most influential singer-songwriters in history. These people didn't wait for the perfect age. They learned. Slowly, intentionally, and with practice. As authors like Arthur Brooks explain in From Strength to Strength, learning and growth don't stop with age. The key is to shift focus from speed to depth, from trying to do everything at once to leveraging accumulated knowledge and experience. For too long, we've believed the myth: young brains learn fast, older brains slow down. Most adults quietly stop trying, not because they can't, but because they think, it's too late for me. Too late to learn a language, too late to play music, too late to start a new career. The brain doesn't retire, skills do. Learning was never meant to stop at graduation. It's meant to be lifelong. So how did they do it? The secret isn't talent, it's habits. Let's look at the key habits that make learning easier, deeper, and more effective at any age. Habit 1. Slow down, learn deep. Adults often judge learning by speed. If I don't get it immediately, I'm bad at this. Older brains prioritize meaning over speed. They connect ideas better, retain knowledge longer, and understand systems more deeply. Example: many adult learners reread concepts, take notes in their own words, and reflect before moving on, instead of rushing. Try this. Read one concept and close the book. Summarize it in your own words. Take a 5 to 10 minute thinking break to connect it to what you already know. Write one insight sentence per concept. Write to think. Don't rush. Depth beats speed. Habit 2. Embrace beginner discomfort. Adults avoid learning because it feels uncomfortable. They fear mistakes or looking foolish. Stress blocks neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change. Example: Grandma Moses started painting in her 70s and embraced being a beginner without shame. Try this. Pick a skill you've never tried. Allow yourself to be terrible for a week. Record mistakes or sketches to track progress. Celebrate small improvements, not perfection. Repeat daily. Discomfort becomes growth. Habit 3. Active practice beats passive. As we age, we often consume more and practice less. Watching replaces doing. Reading replaces testing. Highlighting replaces recalling. Research in Make It Stick: The Science of Successful Learning by Brown, Roediger, and McDaniel emphasizes active recall and teaching others as the most effective learning strategies. Try this. After learning something, close all notes and write it down from memory. Teach it to a friend or family member, even if imperfect. Apply the skill in a small project immediately. Write to think, not to record. Don't just summarize, write questions, diagrams, or connections that help you process the idea. Habit 4. Anchor learning to experience. Adults bring context and experience. Experience allows pattern recognition, better problem solving, and sharper judgment. Example: learning a new language can be faster if you link words and grammar to travel, movies, or career contexts. Try this. Take one new concept and link it to your work, hobbies, or daily life. Ask, where have I seen this before? How can I use this today? Build a personal map of ideas, connecting old knowledge to new. Habit 5. Rewrite the decline narrative. Belief shapes effort. People who think they're too old to learn perform worse, even with healthy brains. Try this. Write down one too old thought, then counter it. I can learn this at any age. Repeat daily. Surround yourself with examples of late learners. Habit 6. Seek feedback and iterate. Adults assume they should figure things out alone, but the smartest learners seek feedback. Feedback helps detect gaps, correct mistakes, and refine understanding. Example: Benjamin Franklin shared essays for critique. Musicians record and adjust their performance. Try this. Share practice or notes with someone knowledgeable. Ask, "What's one thing I can improve?" Revise, repeat, refine daily. Journaling. After feedback, write how you'll improve tomorrow. Habit 7. Make it personal and actionable. Learning sticks when it's tied to what matters to you. Connect it to your life, interests, or goals. Example: if you're learning a language and love cooking, learn vocabulary through recipes. If you're learning design and code, practice by building a small project. Try this. Pick one concept and connect it to a personal project or interest. Apply it immediately. Even a tiny step counts. Reflect. How does this help me today? Track small wins weekly. Progress compounds. Closing. Learning doesn't disappear with age. It changes its rules. The most effective learners aren't the youngest. They adapt how they learn. Pick one skill today. Start small, start now. Age is no excuse. Share this with someone who thinks they're too old to start. And join us for more science-based learning, thinking, and mental growth.